Daryl Carey II is my little brother, and he is 14 years old. Technically, he is my foster child, but the court knows that he is my brother. Hopefully this year, the adoption will be finalized. Everything got pushed back due to COVID. Daryl came to live with me and my two daughters in 2019. In August of that year, Daryl called me and said, "Mommy is passed out on the floor in the kitchen." He was 11 at the time. I was in the neighborhood, so I told him that I was on my way, but in the meantime, I would call 911. I called 911 and told them what was going on and that my brother who has autism was there with my mom. I called Daryl back and told him that the ambulance was on the way and that it was okay for him to open the door for them when they got there. I arrived about the same time as the paramedics did. They took my mom to the University of Chicago and I took Daryl with me. I remember the police asking a lot of questions, but with everything going on, I didn't really think about why. After my mom was taken to the hospital, I dropped Daryl off at my house and then I went to the hospital. While in the examining room, this was before COVID, so I was able to sit with her. My mom's phone rang, and I remember her responding to the caller with a lot of yes and no answers. She then handed me the phone and said, "They want to talk to you, LaDonna." It was DCFS. They told me that a report had been made and my mother couldn't be around Daryl without supervision. They asked me would I take him, and if so, they would be at my house within the hour to check things out. I remember them telling me that my mother was at a level C and other allegations had been made against her. Not abuse, but neglect. And so they had to take action. The case bounced around and I remember reaching out to my brother's father, Big Daryl, to ask him what did he want to do. He said, "Just keep him with you. I know you'll take good care of him." My mother has had a substance abuse problem for 30 years. Through the years, she has managed to pull herself together. For a while, my mom was a functioning addict. She was able to work and keep a job. She maintained a clean house and took care of her kids. She'd go on binges, but when it was time for work or time to handle important things, she pulled herself together. My mom is a diabetic, so for a long time I thought what was going on with her were diabetic episodes. She eventually confessed that it was a drug addiction. Daryl was 4 when his home life changed and the hard drugs came. When Daryl was born, I was 24 years old. I tried to cut my mom some slack, but things were really bad. I decided to just leave it alone and said if anything ever happened, I would step up then. Slowly, I watched my mom go from bad to worse to oh my God. I thought getting custody of my little brother would be easy. I knew he had autism, but didn't know to the degree and really didn't see the magnitude of it until he came to live with me. When I got him, I saw fundamental and foundational difficulties. We've moved past many of those difficulties, but with great challenges. DCFS provided a therapist to help me through this process. But like I said, I didn't think this would be challenging, but it was. And I'm not a religious person, but I know some biblical accounts that hold true. Like the story of Job. And though he lost everything, he was restored because he trusted God. And Lot and his wife, and Sodom and Gomorrah, she turned to a pillar of salt because she looked back. You cannot look back. You have to stay true to God, and I remember praying, "God, I need help." Daryl was around a lot of girls with no positive role models. I frequent the Mariano's grocery store on 39th Street a lot, and this lady gave me a card about the I Am a Gentleman organization. The greeting from her was endearing and real. I remember telling her that perhaps this wouldn't be a good fit for my brother because he was autistic. She said, "That's not a problem. We're here for him too." So I did the research and I realized that I Am a Gentleman was heaven sent and could help. I signed up by the deadline and Daryl was accepted. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect, but I figured anything is worth a try. This is his second season. I can see the positive impact that it has on Daryl. He gets up and he is excited about being a part. Before this, Daryl was withdrawn and depressed. He just wanted to go home with mommy. But since being a part of the Male Mentoring Academy, his spirit, his attitude has changed. He tells his school about the program and he pushes me to make sure he gets there on time. He didn't go anywhere before this program. He blends in well with the group and nobody treats him any different because of autism. I like the fact that his life coach and mentor checks on him and engages him all the time. Daryl looks forward to that, and I think it's powerful and uplifting for him to be around positive Black men. Men who can touch and reach him in ways that a woman can't. I believe having these Black men saved Daryl's life. Not only does this give Daryl a chance, it supports me. This doesn't diminish or invalidate me as a woman or as a mother. I really wish a program was around like this when our other brother was young, because he needed it and even needs help now. God answered our prayers through this program. This has made a tremendous difference in his life. Listen, I am still learning patience. My daughters are the only support system that I have. My oldest daughter is Daryl's favorite person in the world. My daughters do a lot of research to understand autism and to look for ways to be a help to Daryl. Yes, there are and were some tough transitions, but we are getting it done. I really want to buy a house, not only for my girls, but for Daryl to have his own space. When I think about it, I was on the road to being an empty nester, but now I have Daryl. It is okay, because I want to ensure that he has everything he needs to be successful in life and even to live independently one day. Daryl engages me, he checks on me, he makes sure I'm up for work. What time do you want me to wake you up for work? Whatever I need, I don't mind making adjustments to make him comfortable. Yes, he has challenges, and I don't put anything on him that is beyond his limitations. I'm still learning and growing with him on a daily basis. He's happy here. I'm trying to help him to understand why he's here, because he really loves his mommy and he wants to be with her. I had to let him know that I don't want to hurt him, and judges make the law and the police follow the law, and the law said you have to live with me. Mommy needs help and is sick too. And she and everybody else thought it was better for you to be here with us. He's okay with that. He's thriving. He's been with me for 3 years. He misses his mommy. I Am a Gentleman is a positive influence to distract him from the reality of the situation. My mom, she's still managing her addiction. I think there are many traumas that my mom hasn't dealt with. And you know, therapy was never a thing for Black people. My mother never got the help and healing she needed. I've forgiven her. There was a time that I couldn't, but now I've forgiven her. Like I said, for now, Daryl is considered a foster child. I refuse to just collect a check like many foster parents do and not give him what he needs to thrive and advance in this life. Thank you for accepting him. This is a life changer. Thank you for the extra support. Everything is very positive, uplifting, encouraging, and I see the changes in Daryl. When a season ends, Daryl always reminds me, don't forget to register me for the next one. He is learning and growing. Thank you for all of the resources. Life is a journey and not a destination. And this isn't it for my brother. My name is LaDonna Myers, and this is my story.